Fans camping out day and night for the latest chapter in the Cy-Hawk series. Hawkeye State bragging rights on the line. Iowa State and Iowa. Friends become foes. Comrades become competition. You know, corn is the staple in this state, but the Cyclones and the Hawkeyes are oil and water. Opening tip goes to the Cyclones in their home Cardinal uniforms. Iowa wearing the road blacks. Your officials, Keith Kimball, Paul Sells, and Brett Smith. Cyclones go inside right off the bat. Trey King, 0 in red, has the first 2 of the night. What does Iowa like to do offensively, John?
Well, they want to push the pace, and they don't mind taking quick shots. It's part of getting the game played the way you want it, and that's with good pace and high scoring.
Josh Dix, number 4 in black, making his first start, the Iowa native. Here's Dix with 8 on the shot clock. Ben Krikke, Valpo transfer, leading.
I spoke with him earlier because I felt like every year someone's calling for his head. He's calling for his job. He's been remarkable at Iowa.
And 4 straight NCAAs for McCaffrey. His son Patrick off the mark on his first shot. Here's Tony Perkins with the 3.
And that's good to see one fall early. They've gotten.
And King's got the rebound. You mentioned a lot of new faces for the Cyclones. This is one of them, Keyshawn Gilbert, transfer from UNLV. Good passing by the Clones and an and-one opportunity.
Really some tough passing. Not a lot of room to make that play.
Here's what's interesting about this Iowa State team. Not very good from the free
defensively, but there are a lot of freedoms on the offensive end. That makes him somebody that you want to play for.
Told us earlier today the biggest goal for his offense is to get downhill. You see the freshman, Milan Momcilovic, and an offensive rebound, and the putback, and one. Called Big Rob Energy. Rob Jones, number 12 in red, completes the 3-point play. And it's an 8-3 Iowa State lead.
Well, for those watching who want to mute the TV because of me, I get it, but I'm actually going to lay out a lot this game. The energy here has been remarkable, and there's an answer from Peyton Sanford.
Turns it over. And here's Iowa. Dix tracking it down. McCaffrey from the wing, no good. Momcilovic grabs the rebound.
Yeah, Iowa State dodged one there. They had numbers, should have gotten the offensive rebounds, but Momcilovic comes out with it.
Gilbert, nice fake, nice touch. First 2 of the night for the junior from St. Louis.
Yeah, and that's something Iowa State talked about. We have to attack pressure. If they're going to extend pressure, we've got to extend and attack.
Another Iowa turnover forced by the Clones defense. Lipsey in traffic, got the foul on Dix. That's the
is allowing him to get to the free throw line, get into places that really break down. Look at those statistics, as every statistical category.
See him for the 77th edition of the Cy-Hawk series, the best college basketball game on the slate today.
It's because we're calling it.
5 on the shot clock. Number 5. Curtis Jones, first 2 of the night.
See, that's the problem if you're Iowa. You got to be frustrated with that. The first 20 seconds of that possession defensively were good. You slowed them down coming out in zone, but then you gave up an easy dribble drive. There are times where you just have to win your battle defensively.
Catch and release. Sanfort's good. That's his second 3. He had a 2-pointer earlier. They went back and looked at it, changed it to a triple. So now Sanfort with 6.
And they're going to get that shot if you can get all the way downhill, because if he doesn't have that shot in the corner, one pass up and Patrick McCaffrey has an open 3, which will make a high percentage of.
Number 4 on the floor for TJ Otterberger now, Demarion Watson. Lipsey feeds the post. 5 on the shot clock. Spin move by King off the window. Gilbert with no Lipsey on the floor. Now it's Jackson Pavletsky, the transfer from Wofford. Out to the freshman. Momcilovic misses from 3.
Yeah, that's a great find, though. That's what Pavletsky brings to the table.
Perkins to Peyton.
Not enough teams run flares out of a drive. There's a drive opportunity there. Flare is great. Defense does the fundamental thing, maybe jumps to the basketball. Hard to close out, especially when Sanford's being covered by a smaller player who can shoot over top of it.
Rob Jones had 11 points, 10 boards last year in this Cy-Hawk series matchup. That was his second career double-double. He's got 5 tonight.
Why not?
Yeah, that is a why not 3. He shot that from Provisions Lot F.
Oh, now I just put it together. That's where we went to lunch.
Jones again. This is the 11th best scoring team in the nation, and they've been held to just 12 points in the first half of the first half.
It's a tough stretch, too. I mean, you're sandwiching this game between 2 Big Ten conference games this early in the season, a new group like everybody else.
Here's Paveletzky. Tough 2, gets it to go. Picked off by Jones. And blocked by Freeman. Here comes Iowa the other way. And a nice transition fast break from the Hawkeyes.
And for Iowa, you want to string some of those together, but you also need to start to figure things out defensively. There are matchups on the floor that Iowa State likes. They're doing a good job seeking them out. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Iowa State get back to that pick and roll where they've just been picking apart Iowa's defense. There it is.
King, soft touch for the big man.
And if that roll is not there, the dump down is going to be there from the opposite side. Iowa's got some adjustments to make defensively.
Off the pick and roll, no good. Paveletzky. And that would have blown the roof off Hilton Coliseum. Paveletzky at the line shooting 2, and he knocks down the first. He's part of Whitewater for college, and he loves recruiting kids from that state as well.
And I think the worst thing you can do is put a kid in a position where he's not able to play at the level he expects to play.
Picked off by Lipsey. And he'll go to the line and shoot 2 for his efforts.
I had more to say about that, but opportunities, let alone throw the ball in the paint, play inside out, but also just the energy and confidence. I just think Iowa hasn't had an answer for the defensive prowess, the physicality, and then the energy of this arena.
Shooting just 27% in the first half, compared to 56% for Iowa State, mostly because they're doing it at close range.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, if you can't stop the basketball, it's going to make a backside defender step up, and then you put your team in scramble mode where you're scrambling from the three-point line to protect the rim.
Krikke finally gets one to go. Second field goal from Ben Krikke coming off. Iowa's got a chance to put together back-to-back buckets. Catch and release. Harding off the mark, and there's a push in the back, and Keith Kimball caught it.
Of Marquette really dictate the way the game was played. Well, they did just that, and I've got her there like Purdue lost. Not a big deal. You're just going to learn from it.
In the corner, Jones off the mark. Good rebound by the freshman Freeman. Harding. And freshman Brock Harding will go to the line.
This is a bubble game per Lunardi right now. This gives you a little bit of a glimpse of where these teams, based on performance, base stand.
No call there. Harding got away with one. Here's Price Sandfield, throws it right into the hands of Tamin Lipsey. 2 Iowa kids.
Yeah, the rotations have been really good for Iowa State. They're taking that first pass away.
Gilbert!
Pick out the shots that they want.
Patrick McCaffrey can't get the tough 2 to go. And right now, this game following the same script as the previous 5 between these two. They've all been blowouts recently. Momcilovic.
Because of the changes to the block charge rule at the rim.
That's the 10th Hawkeyes turnover. They have just 6 field goals made tonight. Here's Gilbert. Oh my! Almost brought the house down again. But Big Rob Energy is there with his 9th point. Harding for 3. Silences this crowd, if only for a moment.
Yeah, good for Harding, though. He shot that with confidence. One dribble, rhythm dribble, shoots it with confidence, and now he's got to do work defensively down low.
Gilbert gets his own miss. Here's Lipsey for 3. Sanford answers with a three of his own, his fourth of the night.
All right, so the key now, if you're Iowa, you're starting to find a little rhythm offensively. You've made a couple shots. You've moved the basketball a little bit, but can you win a battle? And who on the floor, if it's not Tony Perkins, is going to get this defense established?
Pavletsky surveying. Catch and release. Momcilovic!
Not much you can do about that.
The lead has blown up to 18. Perkins. Yes. Tony Perkins playing with a heavy
In this game, he said emotions are high, passions are high. You've got to settle in. Well, I would say Iowa State has guided their passion and their emotions and put it onto the floor in a remarkable way.
Here's Perkins. Can't get it to go, but he got fouled and will go to the line.
I already have the feeling, and look, this is for an answer. I think the second half is probably going to be a different story. Where
Eastern, if you're a Big 12 fan, you gotta have it. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com/Big 12 now.
So if you're a Big 12 fan, are you rooting for other Big 12 teams to win those matchups? Is that how it always goes?
Yeah, I think so. Keyshawn Gilbert has...
That was terrific. Usually we use our talk back for stuff like that. I just kind of say it out loud.
Iowa averages under 9 turnovers a game. They have 11 in the first half already.
I think Iowa State's done a really good job in this first half in terms of dictating the game, right? This is how the game's going to be played. It's played at our pace. And when they score and they get their defense set, they've been very good. And that's what's been so hard for Iowa. They haven't been able to get the pace up and find a good rhythm offensively.
5 on the shot clock. Here's Lipsy. Good shot fake. And it's in and out. But Jones got the offensive rebound, and he'll go to the free throw line.
If I was a player against him, though, I'd probably have something to say.
Oh, I'm sure you would. And for those of you who don't know John Christman, he's much too demure to flex.
Yeah, I don't flex on it. Well, I don't have anything to flex.
Last shot time for Iowa. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Krikke, their leading scorer, held to just 4.
Smart play.
And Sanford will go to the line and shoot 3.
And that's something experienced.
Peyton Sanford has only missed 1 free throw this season. Milwaukee, Iowa. One of 5 Big Ten players averaging at least 13.6 points.
In this game, Iowa's going to struggle. You had to say something, didn't you?
2 seconds left. Good if it goes from Lipsy. And that's one of the few that didn't go for Iowa State. Sanford miss. Gilbert, no whistle. And a fresh 20 seconds for the Clones.
Yeah, it's a good no whistle, but it was also a good offensive possession for Iowa. They read the screen right. He pops back. They got him a pass. They got a good look. But that's what happens on the other end. Iowa State's just been rolling, and I really think Momcilovic is a guy that's going to make this program, this team, probably a lot better than most of the country realizes.
Playing 30 minutes a game as a freshman, that's second on the team. Krikke, and the lefty gets it to go.
Take the basket away.
5 to shoot. Again, King to Jones. Jones goes down hard. And these officials...
Their only outlet is to foul. And then put them on the free throw line. I'm sorry to go, but I actually like allowing the wall up, and that leads to better basketball.
Here's Perkins. That mid-range 2 no good. And Trey King has the rebound. King leads all scorers with 13 for the Cyclones.
On the floor. That's something Connor McCaffrey did really well for how important they were.
He and Philip LaGrocca and that Fran McCaffrey is without
significant. But it's the little things they do within those minutes.
Nice escape pass from Sanford to the freshman Freeman.
That's part of it. Be strong. The rip through is something that's there on a pressure defense. And if you're rip through and the defense is on you, you often get the foul called. That was just strength with the ball.
Gilbert Got fouled by Sanford. That'll be his third.
But Peyton Sanford being strong with the basketball, ripping through. The double has a gap. Get your legs through that gap.
Owen Freeman, how big he is. Just turned 19 last month. Keyshawn Gilbert, 4 for 4 from the line. He has 11, and the lead is 22 for the Cyclones.
Nope.
Now Gilbert clears. Up the left side he comes. Wow. And he takes it off the window. 6 straight for Keyshawn Gilbert.
And they just like their matchups. If they see that matchup, you got Patrick McCaffrey on, Gilbert's going to put the ball on the deck and go to the rim. There's been no answer. No one stopped the basketball and at least force a reset, allow the defense to get set.
Perkins, no. And Freeman, yes.
I like the size of the lineup Iowa has right now. I mean, it's like, yeah, Tony Perkins, smallest guy on the floor, but it's really 6'7" and up. Beyond that, you got Freeman and Krikke on the floor at the same time. That should secure things.
And all of a sudden, it's the Keyshawn Gilbert show. Now the steal from Lipsey. Forget about it. College basketball, the Iowa Hawkeyes coming in averaging just a tick under 88 points a game. 5 on the shot clock. Krikke, nice touch from the big man.
That is nice, but that's a...
Well, it's V-Week at ESPN, as we said. We partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. This is game-changing research that helps save lives. You can help the fight by visiting v.org/donate, and 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research.
His friends, and it's a way that all basketball games, but what he's done for things far beyond this industry, pale in comparison, right? You know, it's not even close.
Yeah. And here in the Hawkeye state of Iowa, down the road in Des Moines, a broadcasting legend, Ray Cole, resides. Big basketball fan. He was at the ESPY event at Madison Square Garden just the other night and texted me, said, don't forget to mention V-Week, and we certainly would never do that. And to your point, Dick Vitale, as legendary as he is in basketball circles, his legacy will be his never-ending pursuit to find a cure for pediatric cancer.
Well, Dick Vitale's done far more for things outside of basketball than I'll ever do. And he's done that with the celebrity he's created in basketball. It's going to be intentional.
And they're going to get Brock Harding for that intentional foul.
I know if Iowa fans are probably frustrated about this. There's a lot of hope, and yeah, I mean, that's going to be an intentional foul, clear path to the basket, and he's hanging on just to get the call. Other than the fact that Iowa State's playing really...
Now look, a much smaller Brock Harding. James Madison High School in Brooklyn. Of course, we're talking about Fran Fraschilla, not Fran McCaffrey.
Yes.
Fran McCaffrey is Philly through and through.
I'm talking about Moline High School. He would know all about that.
Coming up on 6 minutes gone by in the second half. Wow. Dominated by the Cyclones. Lipsey. That one's way off the mark. That's one area, despite that miss, that Tamin Lipsey has really improved on from last year to this year. Last year, he made only 5 3-pointers. This year, he already has 9 and more 3-point attempts at this point of the year than he had all last year.
Once you get comfortable with the type of shots you expect to get, you shoot those shots with much greater confidence. Once you practice those shots as if you're going to get them in the game, you make a higher percentage. And we're just seeing the maturation and development of a guy who understands his role on the floor. And as I said before, he was given more responsibility this year. He's lived up to it.
Line at the men's room.
The fact that there was a line at the men's room, let's build another.
Here's Bowen. Goes right at Keyshawn Gilbert and gets it to go. Okay. They need more of that.
Physicality at the rim, right? Creating mistakes to win at this level. A lot of guys can play at this level, but can you win at this level? That's a great question. He's going to get better.
That 3-pointer off the mark. And Freeman goes. Here's the freshman Freeman off the and Kansas, the border war from Allen Fieldhouse.
Northwestern's a good team. And if you have the right night and a good game plan, you can win a game.
Pawlowski comes up empty, went into the teeth of that Hawkeyes defense. And now Bowen. Another straight line drive for Deshante Bowen. And he'll go to the line and try
to counter that yet. And with 9:30 left, force help and then play with that advantage. They haven't been able to create advantage.
Games, 20 points. Right now it stands at 24 for the Cyclones. There's a turnover stolen away by Freeman. Nice passing, and Dix pays it off. And
we talked about this earlier, that it seems like every year they don't win a national championship, someone wants a new coach. That's the challenge of coaching today in a world of social media. But he's done a great job with this program. It's been a fun program to watch, fun program to be around, and I think they have their years where they have opportunities. Felt like they missed a great opportunity when they had Luka Garza. Jordan Bohannon wasn't healthy in the NCAA tournament, nor was Joe Wieskamp. So they had they had opportunities, just weren't able to capitalize. But they've had great programs. Peter Jok was terrific for them. I just think and McCaffrey has typically built teams that can be good in the NCAA tournament, but they have to dictate the way the game's played.
Momcilovic can't get it to go, neither can Rob Jones. Back out to Gilbert. It's a 9-1 Iowa run right now.
Wow.
But Gilbert ends that. It's another rebound. That's 5 boards for Tamin Lipsey. One of the best rebounding guards in the nation. Step back, Momcilovic. Pawlowski with the hustle. And Gilbert pays it off. Freeman called glass.
It's like you draw it up. It was actually a great play by Bowen to make the right read, and then Freeman just getting to that spot again where you can receive a pass. No reason to roll there. That's where your defender is. Get to that open spot around the free throw line. There's going to be options out of that.
Keyshawn Gilbert came into this game 10 for 25 in his last 2.
Oh, he wants it.
He's 8 for 15 tonight. And he almost made it 9 for 16. When we come back.
And that just changes the game. There have been a number of ball handlers for the game. There's just been no answer for Iowa State's intensity on the defensive end and then what they've done offensively in terms of getting to the basket. You've got to win your battle defensively, and Iowa just hasn't been able to get a stop.
So now a career high tying 25 for Keyshawn Gilbert, and he comes up with a steal on the left side. A foul on the floor. That'll be before the shot.
Calling intentional.
And it's on Harding. That's his second intentional foul tonight.
Part of me would on me. And yeah, I mean, foul him right away. I don't really understand there are a lot of times where you intentionally foul, but it's not an intentional foul. I think that's one where you just say, yeah, it's a foul.
Jones with 50. Jones 6 for 10 from the strike tonight.
Oh boy.
And that's an easy 2. Coming up on 6 minutes to go. It's been all Cyclones tonight in front of the home faithful. Tamin Lipsey, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, coming off a triple-double effort against DePaul. And there's Curtis Jones getting in on the punt.
I was just getting carved up, whether it's in the zone or in the man, just not able to contain the basketball. The basketball's getting where Iowa State wants it on the offensive end, and they've had all the success in the world. Break down pressure.
Good ball movement by the Clones. Behind the back, and King finishes. Talk about Hilton magic.
That was a Hilton clinic. They put on a clinic in terms of how to move the basketball and then how to attack with the extra pass, and a little bit of razzle-dazzle is not too bad either.
17 for Trey King, 25-5.
Your role is to go play basketball. You're taught every role, and whatever it's
Now he checks out with 4:19 to go. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for Tamin Lipsey. And 4 steals to go along with it on the defensive end. Pavlovsky in the corner. 88-56, Iowa State lead. 3:20 to go. Stolen away by Bowen. The left hand and an and one opportunity for Iowa. Bowen coming up at home on Sunday, but they are staring at back-to-back. Younger brother of Peyton. Dix in the corner, got it.
Tonight it's Bowen, though. Bowen's the guy who can create for you
with the rebound. Up next for the Iowa State Cyclones, they'll play on Sunday as well against Prairie View A&M. Big 12 schedule starting a little bit late this year. January 6th is the start date, and there's the younger Sanford.
You don't want to make enemies, that's what it is.
Well, I'm a big Ben Jacobson fan.
So am I.
There's Lipsey in double digits now.
Drake's a terrific program. They have been for a while. Ben Jacobson, gosh, that guy can coach. I love that guys like that stay where they are. But at the highest level here, Big 12 and Big 10, this is a great matchup, and it's one that has really been one-sided tonight in terms of Iowa State just being able to do what they want to do on the floor.
And once again, for the 6th straight season, it's a blowout. This time, it's Iowa State's turn to claim victory in the Cyhawk series.
Yeah, look, I love both these programs, but thank you to Ames, Iowa, and the fans here at Hilton Coliseum. This was an awesome experience.
Well, tonight, Hilton Magic gave way to a Hilton massacre. Iowa State takes down their in-state rival, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Final score, 90-65. TJ Otzelberger's crew improves to 7-2 on the season, 5-0 at home inside Hilton Coliseum, and they claim their 23rd consecutive home win against a non-conference opponent and their 600th win all time inside Hilton Coliseum.